Hi, I'm Candace, and I just got back from the live-action Little Mermaid 2023. And I wanted to talk about the best and worst changes from the animated movie. And I'll start off with the best. There are 3 new songs that really help add to the characters of both Eric and Ariel. And the third is just a little bop with Scuttle and Sebastian. Lin-Manuel Miranda and Alan Menken wrote 3 new songs for this movie, and I think they really expand the characters, and just one was just fun. So Scuttlebutt, performed by Aquafina and Davy Diggs as Scuttle and Sebastian, it was like this little Caribbean tune, and there's a little bit of a rap. It's the most Miranda-esque of the songs, but it still has that mermaid feel. It doesn't add much, but it's fun, and when that camera zoomed in on Sebastian, I lost it. Wild Uncharted Waters is a song for Prince Eric. It's his part of your world. It's his I Want song. And I prefer her voice from the Broadway musical, but it was still a fun song. Ariel also has a new song that she sings in her mind after she becomes human, very similar to the Broadway musical with Beyond My Wildest Dreams. The song is For the First Time. Alan Menken says he gave Lynn a variation on something that was in the original movie, but he tweaked the tempo. And I think it fits in so well. After all, our protagonist, heroine, is silent for most of the rest of the movie. So it's really nice to hear her thoughts. She's literally a fish out of water, as the lyrics say. Something I didn't like. Melissa McCartney as Ursula. Okay, I'm a big Melissa fan. Been one since Gilmore Girls. Spy is one of my favorite comedies. But I think she was slightly miscast for Ursula. She's hilarious. She's a great actress. However, she is not a strong singer. Poor Unfortunate Souls is my favorite Disney villain song of all time. And she tried, but she just couldn't belt like Pat Carroll could or any of the Broadway stars. I really keep thinking back to Queen Latifah in The Little Mermaid Live, and Queen Latifah she owned that role and has a great voice. Something that was definitely needed in a role with such an epic song. The second thing I liked is the changes to Kiss the Girl. Instead of the lyrics, it don't take a word, not a single word. Go on and kiss the girl. The lyrics now have changed to, use your words, boy, and ask her if the time is right and the time is tonight. Go on and kiss the girl. A lot of context. The animated lyrics aren't great. I think the updated ones go along more to the story because there is a big change, and that is that Ariel doesn't know that she has to kiss Eric before the 3 days are up. That's another change, which I'm a little meh about. I don't know if it really matters as much. It does give Sebastian, Flounder, and Scuttle a little bit more to do because they're the ones who know it and Ariel doesn't. Number 2, and what I didn't like, was the changes to Poor Unfortunate Souls. Just like how Kiss a Girl's lyrics were updated, so were Poor Unfortunate Souls. And that included taking out the lyrics about you'll have your looks, your pretty face, and don't underestimate the importance of body language. The men up there don't like a lot of blabber. They think a girl who gossip is a bore. Blah, 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 later not to say a word. Okay, so yeah, problematic stuff, obviously. But the thing is that the villain is saying it. Alan Menken told Vanity Fair in March that the changes to Poor Unfortunate Souls were done because some little girls might think that they shouldn't speak out of turn. Obviously, as a child, I knew she wasn't right because it's Ursula. She's the bad one. And she's very clearly the villain. She's not a twist villain like Hans from Frozen or pretty much any movie nowadays from Disney. So I think that change was unnecessary, but it's fine. The third change that I really liked is instead of having an awkward dinner with Grimsby and Eric, Ariel and Eric spend time in his own collection. Eric is very much a mirror to Ariel in this movie, and I think that just shows more of their connection. He shows her maps of the world and all his treasures and trinkets just like she has under the sea. And I think that was a great thing to add. And I can definitely see the animated couple doing the same thing. The third thing I didn't like was the King Triton fake-out death. Instead of turning into a little creature like, he does in the animated movie, he seemingly gets electrocuted and you think he's gone. And I think even Ariel thinks he's gone. And I feel like that's a fake out that was unnecessary and probably might have upset some kids. The next thing I loved was that they brought Ursula'S backstory from the Broadway show as well as the original script. And it's that Ursula is actually Ariel's aunt, and she is sister to Trident. And there's a lot of family drama. And I love that they have this personal connection. It makes it more believable that Ariel would be like, okay, she's my aunt. Maybe I will go with her. Ursula being related to Trident always made sense to me because they're the only two sea creatures that we see that have magical powers. Yeah, I know she's an octopus or squid, it matters who you ask, but I mean, I don't know how mermaid-octopus relations work. Apparently it works. Something I didn't like, Harvey Birdem is a great actor, but I don't think he really captured King Triton. I don't know if it was because it was mostly green screen he was on, but I really didn't feel like the warmth and love he had for his daughter like I did the animated version. Granted, that could also just be because I just watched all 30 episodes that were on Disney Plus of the animated series, so I got to see more of Trident with Ariel. The next change I loved is that Ariel has never gone above the surface before. They talk more about her mother briefly and that humans killed her, or at least one human did. So that's why Trident's like, no, thank you. Kind of like what we see in Ariel's beginning, but there's probably more to the story. Hopefully, because listen to our podcast about it. I don't like that movie. When Ariel goes first to the surface because of fireworks, because of Prince Eric's birthday, and she looks through the ship and she sees him, she hears more of his conversation with Grimsby, and she really gets a better feel of who he is. So it's more understandable she feels this connection to him because he wants to explore just like she does. I don't know if I have any other bad ones. Okay, this is such a tiny thing. Feel insane for even bringing it up. But in the undersea number, a lot of the background is just blue sea, because that's what happens in the ocean. But I think if they had the backdrop be coral or a little bit more to it, it would have, I don't know, felt more full. But instead, a lot of the scenes are just this blue background. I know it's water. I know, okay, that sounds insane, but I love the song. Davy Diggs is amazing. He made Samuel E. Wright proud. And I love that Ariel sings a little bit of Under the Sea with him, too. I like the addition of Eric's mother. Eric's mother is Queen Selena. She's played by Norma Dumswini, who was Hermione Granger in The Cursed Child, which, not a great play, but I actually got to see her perform live, and she is amazing. And I'm so happy that she's getting major film roles because she is so freaking talented. Again, that gives him more context and more character development, which I think really helped. Again, makes you root for this couple because you're like, yeah, they really do belong together. They're so similar. Overall, this is my favorite live action remake Disney has done so far. Move Out of the Way, Cinderella. Because this expands on the story. And it adds more to the characters, but in a way that feels natural. Also, it really helps when your leading lady can sing. Emma Watson, I adore you. I love you. You are amazing. But I think she was miscast as Belle because the songs didn't work. Her singing voice did not work. Aladdin, Guy Ritchie was not the director to do a musical. He does not know how to do musical numbers. I can't get over the way Prince Ali was shot. But here, Rob Marshall, who has a lot of experience with musicals, he did a great job. And if they're going to be doing more of these remakes, I would love to see him working on the next. So have you seen the movie? What did you think? Leave your comments below. Thanks for watching.